I just think, yo, who you are is who you are already. You did it. Yo, you in a whole nother stratosphere. You got these Drake fans saying, yo, don't reply to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Hovengers special. We have the official podcast for Jay-Z fans, aka the Joe Budden podcast. You know they had a lot to say about this Roots Picnic freestyle. We gonna get into this right now. You better like the video. You better subscribe. Let's get it.
How do y'all want to do this? Do y'all want to hear the whole thing? Do you want to pause it on
pause
the way?
No,
we pause what we need to.
Spot you got to pause.
Yeah, we'll glaze part by part.
All right, then I'm starting it up.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with her. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government.
Yo, can somebody explain that?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
No, I know that part, but
It's from a Nicki Minaj performance when she clearly was having a hard time and she was stuttering and she was stumbling and it sounded a mess, and he also mocked her. He mimicked her performance.
While also saying that
you can't.
Her Ken can't pick up the kids.
Yeah.
So it's Barbie Ken. Also, his name is Kenneth, but it's also Barbie and Ken because she's Barbie.
And also her Ken.
And Ken.
Ken.
And her, no, her.
And her Ken. K-I-N, because her brother Jelani's also in that situation.
So,
and none of them can pick up kids because of the alleged allegations.
We got it, Mark.
he was in his rap genius bag.
He didn't see it.
There's a lot of people that missed how many motherfucking shots was in that.
It was like three levels on that joint.
Yeah.
Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You try to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again.
I was back to being God.
My net worth went up again.
And they did the math. 40 days from that is Yankee Stadium.
That's one of these fights.
Rob, shut up.
Fucking Rob.
Shout out to Rob.
My next update.
And it's Luck's birthday.
The jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hole. I never looked up to them.
Whoa.
That's my favorite bar of the whole shit, I think. Outside of the super quadruple entendre shit, that was my favorite bar.
Well-deserved bar.
Yeah.
It's not the standout of the rhyme for me, but
It's a nice.
It's a loud enough message
nice,
for me.
it's
It's loud enough.
You earned that.
Hey, we not running the same race.
You earned it.
Stop thinking we are in competition, because we not.
Let's rewind it. Let's see what's going on.
Long chart, champ.
Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God.
His
You try
memory
to break
is
the
ill.
government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up.
Heard you, champ.
Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hole. I never
Champ
looked
is
up
hilarious.
Heard you, champ.
I love Champ.
You go like champ.
It's always a slight.
It's always.
Anytime a nigga say
publishing
champ.
gangster, go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuities, how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first.
That's the one I said.
Perpetuity is how your contract is worded is crazy.
Yeah. That was when I'm like, oh, okay, we here now.
Yeah. That's nasty.
I got so much to say about all of this stuff. I'm just trying to see if I should. He's almost done.
Yeah.
He's almost done. So, I mean,
Let him wrap it up.
let him go.
The roots remember, even when the trees pretend.
Love that.
Not
That's
too much
hard.
of my name.
That's hard.
The roots from it. Oh my God.
Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. S-H-A-W-N.
What a way to tie this
She
back.
put the S at the end.
Fire.
Nah,
You
he
don't know,
bodied
the show
that.
ain't even begin. I said,
He
you don't
bodied
know.
that.
The show ain't even
And here we go.
begin.
God damn.
That whole riser was fucking rocking. I can't imagine what it was like down, because we were like a little bit above the main area.
VIP.
Yeah.
big dog.
But that shit was shaking.
Doing the freestyle this early just said a lot to me too.
Yeah.
Nah,
Just setting the tone moving forward.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck
gonna
it,
come
just the
out
show.
and-
Yeah. Let's set the tone off the rip. I hear what you niggas talking about. I'm not playing with y'all. Let's get this out the way. Then we can move on to the show and do all the cute shit.
I agree.
I love that.
I loved it too.
Yeah, even his cue to the band. Hey, y'all ain't got to know what I'm doing, but when y'all hear this and I repeat it,
Let's go.
hit it,
Let's
hit it,
The
Jack.
banger. The banger.
Yeah, turn on the shit. Just on some MC shit. The start of that and the end of that, and all of the shit in the middle, how it was written. Wherever you feel like he was inspired from, he did that shit.
He did.
He did that shit. I'm conflicted. I don't know that I need it. I'm a little mad about it.
Why?
I'm a little mad about it.
You don't want to hear Hov and Drake go at it?
I don't really want to hear him diss none of these motherfuckers.
So
Well, now I understand that this is who he has been his entire rap career.
That's what the problem is.
I never thought he should have been dissing me, no. I never
thought
thought
you
he
were
should have
saying
been dissing me. I never thought he should have dissed Deshaun Stevenson. I never thought he should have dissed Jim. Like, he take up the fight with just niggas where you like, yo, dog, what are we doing? Which is cool throughout your career. But now you do the GQ interview with Frazier. You tell me we in a different place. Battling is not necessary. Yes, that's who I was. But yeah, you give me the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
I'm privileged to have been in very close proximity of you, so I know better than to hear this bullshit that you be saying about no battling. And then you turn right around and see, I'm speaking as a whole fan, a music fan. If I'm gonna get a new verse from him, the mind that I know does all of this lyrical miracle, penmanship, craftsmanship shit, I would like the time better spent. If you in the verse telling me that, yo, my fight is with them up there, I'm not even looking at y'all. Oh, whoa. Sorry about that. If you're telling me my fight is with them up there, with the MAGA Republicans and the corporate offices, give me that again. You've always done that your career.
That's verse 2.
I'm just speaking to the allure that he's always had. Like, don't lose it. Yeah, don't lose it trying to keep it.
Ooh,
I would have just loved to hear just
nah, fuck that.
him.
Hov. Don't
this
listen
is
to
on
him.
par for what he does.
Tony Busby, Tory Lanez dad, Nicki, who clearly got some shit going on.
Oschino.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't need. He's more powerful.
So you don't want Hov
than
to be
that
Hov?
to me. I just don't where Hov is and who he is today and what he's accomplished. No, I think it's over
You
for
can
that.
try to change, but that's just the top layer, nigga. You was who you was before you got here. He's still Hov.
I just think, yo, who you are is who you are already. You did it. Yo, you in a whole nother stratosphere. You got these Drake fans saying, yo, don't reply to him. Like, wait, slow down.
I'm not talking to y'all.
There's a certain level of.
I want y'all to say that.
Dog, I don't think.
I am in a whole nother
If
stratosphere.
he get in the
Drake
verse,
know what
he
I'm
get in
saying.
the verse and say wrong chart champ. That's how I feel about him.
Hopefully.
I think this is a mousetrap. Like I saw the internet saying, yo, because a lot of people believe that Drake has like a Scary Hours 4 on the way very soon.
Stop, man.
Hold up. So I saw people saying it like Hov kind of fell for it. Because he did some on the album, You Go. Drake is about to go, but I think it's the other way around. I think, yeah, please do, because I'm coming back
I don't
once
wanna see
July
no
get around.
Jay-Z or Drake
This is
beef.
my
I don't think
point.
we're gonna see it.
I don't want to see it.
This is exactly my point about why I didn't want to hear him diss on these niggas.
Why? Because you don't want them to
Open up for that.
done.
conversation.
Oh, that part, I'm with
Yo,
you.
are you?
The dealing with the stands, I'm with you. Like now we got to do
I
this
hate
all
all
over
of
again.
the stands.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
deal with the stands.
No, it's just.
You don't want to hear nobody respond to this.
Who should?
Drake,
Drake's the only person.
1,000%.
Drake's the one that would.
Early in
No, he
Jay,
shouldn't. Yes, the fuck he should. No,
Early
he shouldn't.
in. Well, go ahead.
Why should he? Because I truly believe I hear what Hov is saying. Yo, we running a different race, but my nigga, I used to look up to you, and now you are not that no more to me.
You said that already.
He said that.
And now you've addressed me.
No,
I absolutely
I
think,
responded to you.
cool. And now I'm going. Hey, a conversation is niggas responding. Going.
Drake,
back.
Drake certainly has a right to respond. The question is, would he? I
What's
don't
the
think.
response?
I don't think Drake does.
Shit.
Not any serious.
Drake's gonna be
let me take that back.
All right.
A bar or two. What I'm saying is, I don't think he's gonna make like a song. I don't think it's gonna be a diss record. I think he's. I think you're
It ain't
gonna
gonna be a diss record, but it'll be some of this coded shit like he go blow the dust off your plaques, some shit like that. It'll be some of that.
I agree with that, and I don't think, I don't think that leads to a big time back and forth.
No. I'm not saying
that's
about
what I don't want to see.
You said
I
fall
want
for the
jazz.
trap. I think that would be Drake falling for the trap again.
I just said, I think the way
what
they
you
were,
said?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
It's really gonna be him falling
I
for the
think
trap.
Drake does himself a huge disservice if he tries to go toe-to-toe with Jay-Z right now. You just climbed out the biggest hole you've ever been in your fucking existence. I just came from DC. They was playing that Drake shit every fucking where, back to back to back.
Yo, that's more the reason to do it.
No, it's not.
You crazy as
More
hell.
reason to ignore it.
I just came out the biggest hole that I've ever been in. Y'all all wrote me off as dead, and I'm back on top. And now y'all sitting this
Back
thing
to
over
your
here.
ego.
Guess what? Yeah, back. But what would that do to a person's ego when all y'all wrote me off and thought I was dead, and I'm back here again? What would it do to this ego? If we speak in the ego, what would that do to your ego?
I think your music is.
I don't think
It
your
depends
ego.
when you learned it.
Slow down.
My nigga, it's only been a month. Your ego ain't even fully recovered yet. Fuck is you talking about? You just got off fucking ICU with the machines connected to you. Breathe first.
I'm breathing.
Before you go get in the ring with this nigga right here.
Enjoy the moment, yeah.
Mike Tyson
Y'all saying that, but he already shot at the nigga a bunch of times on his album.
tapped at him. He didn't. Bruh, it's different.
That's what I'm saying. I think what he did was enough. I think,
I
what
think
Hope
he
did was
believed.
enough.
The jig is up.
I think he believes. I want that nigga now.
Shot.
It was a small shot.
It's a
It is a
very
small
small shot. It ain't no.
That's the point of like if I'm
Well,
popping off, I'm gonna throw off a shot.
Got to be pretty high just to throw the shot. Period.
And
Coming
I'm
off of-
expecting
coming off of
something.
He's done that before, but
Not coming off of the shit
I
he
don't
just
think
came
you
off
want to
of.
go in the ring with Jay-Z. I just don't think.
I don't
you
think
wanna go
when
in
I
the
say
ring
when we
with
say
Jay-Z.
in the ring, I
And
don't think there's
Drake
gonna be.
would do himself a huge.
But wait,
disservice.
what do going in the ring mean? Hove ain't, and then now I'm about to sound like I'm on the other side. Hove is not an active MC. So what do it mean, go in the ring with him?
Do we think Hove is gonna drop a record? Drake drop a record? Hove drop it? No.
hell
That's what I'm saying.
You got whole fucked up.
We're not
You'll see
doing
little
that.
jabs here and there, and that's it.
No.
I'm good with little jabs. I just don't want to see it escalate to anything else.
I don't think it's
'Cause
going to.
not- yeah.
That goes back to the fucking GQ shit. Like, we're not battling.
And that's why, like you, I don't think it was hypocritical. I think Hove is fine with the little
Yeah.
jabs.
You
and
said
that's
we
it.
got whole fucked up. You think he would do that?
I don't think he's gonna go back and forth dropping MP3s on SoundCloud with Drake. Sorry.
No.
Yeah. I'm saying the same
Not at all.
thing.
It's not happening, dog.
Not at all.
Now it could be a long verse on the end of somebody's song that he wrote with intention.
That's
I
coming.
agree with him.
That may
That's
happen.
coming.
I agree.
That is 1,000%.
I don't want to see none of this shit.
shit is
All this shit
whack.
is corny to me.
I just want more
All
good
this shit is
music.
corny to me.
I think it takes away.
I just
from
did
music.
2 years of beefing.
Yeah, I think it takes away from music.
All right, now first and foremost, that freestyle was way deeper than I thought it was, and shout out to the pod for coming on and giving some of us some of the clarity in those bars, because it made me respect the freestyle a little more. And I'm also with a couple of other people on the pod. If you didn't like this, I look at you a little weird too. Even without knowing all of the metaphors, all the double entendres, I still thought this was a really hot verse from Jay. I don't need to hear it on a track. I don't need to hear this ever again. I hope when he does his next show in New York, wherever he's going to be at this anticipated show, I hope he gives us another freestyle, but a whole new one. I don't want to see him, have this freestyle and then go performing it somewhere else. You know how people do that like it's a part of the set? No. Jay, give us a new freestyle, and the freestyle don't have to be about Drake or Nicki Minaj or anybody else. I like how they said, he was just in that interview talking about how beefing was played out. Hip hop should be past that. Just like when he said, we passed kneeling now. Remember when he said that about Colin Kaepernick? We passed kneeling now. Anyway, he said we was past battling, but here he is on this freestyle going at the ops. And I do think he should be given a pass for feeling like, okay, well, I do got to address these people. And if you do look deeper into that statement he made during the interview, you can say, okay, maybe he's talking about the just all out back and forth. We can have a little pow a little subliminal here and there, but going to all out war, maybe that's what he's saying he's past. He's not doing the thing he did with Nas back in the day. He's not doing what we saw Drake and Kendrick do. And I can understand that as well. So I don't think if Drake engages with Jay-Z or responds to this freestyle, we're gonna see Jay-Z dropping a video on YouTube at 12 o'clock at night after Drake drop and all this other stuff. I don't think we'll see that from Jay. I think number one, he's too mature to do that, and number two, I just think I understand what Joe was talking about when he said he don't want to see this. I think what he was really trying to say is he feels like Jay is above some of this stuff. He feels like Jay is above responding to people. Almost like he feels like Jay is all of these dudes' dad. And he's talking to his sons. Why are you addressing Nicki Minaj, Kanye West? Like you raised Kanye. You legitimized Kanye. Same thing with Drake. Drake looked up to you. I never looked up to them. Y'all look up to Hove. It's truth in that line. I think Joe is on that wave where he's like, you're Hove. You said I'm Hove. It's kind of beneath you to respond to all these peons when you up 10 billies, like he said in the song. So you up 10 billion. Drake is approaching his first billion. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. And I can understand where Joe is coming from with that. Jay would look kind of as if he was sliding back to have some back and forth with Drake. But there's also a piece of me that's like, but when you a rapper, it's like an athlete when you play sports. You get that itch and that need to get back in the gym, that need to get back on the court, that need to feel that ball, pause. But you know, when you a hooper, you want to feel the basketball, you want to feel that leather, you want to bounce it. Similar to those dudes you see in the middle of the street when they see kids playing basketball and they like, ooh, let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. Let me get a shot. Maybe Jay might have a little bit of that in him. And so maybe he might be open to a challenge with Drake. I also saw the conversation of, would it be detrimental to Drake to have a back and forth with Jay? I kind of think the same thing that Joe feels about Jay-Z, which is, I think going back and forth with Jay-Z would be beneath Drake.
Drake?
Because if you do come out as the victor against Jay-Z, well, how about this? He's not Jay-Z from 20 years ago. He's not even Jay-Z from 10 years ago. Okay? You see what I'm saying? I could see some people saying you couldn't beat Kendrick at his prime, so now you want to go against old man Jay-Z. I think people would say that. I think people would say that. So I don't think Drake gets any stripes going back and forth with Jay-Z. And also I don't think if you're Drake, you want Jay-Z at this point in his career. Yes, lyrically, he sounds good. And he is spitting some well thought out stuff. I'm not going to take that away from him. But we know how hip hop is. How is it going to be perceived? This is how it's going to go. All of the younger people are going to like what Drake is saying. And all of the older hip hop fans are going to feel like Jay-Z is washing him. And that's why it just feels weird. They'll be talking to two different generations. And that would mean the beef would be pointless. When the generations aren't the same and y'all not talking to the same people and y'all not trying to convince the same people, I feel like the battle just feels weird and uneven. it would be more of a headache to people like me than the Kendrick and Drake battle was, because you would have a whole bunch of young dudes going back and forth with a whole bunch of old heads, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm cool on Drake versus Jay-Z. I'm cool. I'm fine with a little pat-app, subliminal. Drake say something, then Jay say something. But also, we have to remember, they've had issues in the past and then came back, did a song together, squashed it, had a conversation. This might be a similar situation to what we've seen many times before. And somehow, whatever their issues are can get resolved. But also, I think Drake is in the mindset of Jay had a lot to do with whatever the Kendrick situation was, whether it was Jay putting Kendrick on that Super Bowl stage or feeling like Jay-Z is a part of this music Illuminati who's trying to take out Drake. I think that's the mindset Drake is in right now. And we'll just have to see, okay? So, once again, the freestyle was immaculate. It was a masterclass from Jay-Z, in my opinion. I want to see more. I don't want to see him go back and forth with Drake, and that's my take. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.